Well, the final preseason game of the year is over. Buccaneers winless in the preseason. We fall 27-10 to the Indianapolis Colts, but we saw Tom Brady. We saw the first unit back for the first time. Dave, that was the highlight. Forget the score. That was the highlight of this game.
Without a doubt. It was good to see Tom Brady back. He was very sharp, crisp, I think is the word that you used. Yeah. He was able to hit Julio Jones. You know, obviously future Hall of Famer on a big third down, comeback. Tried to get it to Mike Evans, pass interference. Tyler Johnson's been our guy in preseason, most productive. Had a couple catches. We saw Cameron break for the first time. So it was nice to see, and the offensive line, the one that we're hoping, projecting to start with Shaq Mason in there. He played along with Donovan Smith at left tackle. So it was good to see the first unit in there. They made 2 fourth down conversions. They got down, got a field goal, and got out of the game.
And in that left guard position, I think solidified. Second start in a row by Gadecki, and I think he's going to have that job to start against the Dallas. How about this? A rookie starting against the Dallas Cowboys and that front four they have. And Dallas. Anyway, let's talk about this game again some more. Tom Brady, 6 for 8, 48 yards, boom, 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 fast break offense, no huddle, and he targeted Mike Evans twice, pass interference. You know, Mike, not only can he catch the ball, but he sure draws a large number of pass interference penalties.
And Stephon Gilmore, a pretty darn good one, was covering him, and he just made contact too early. They were able to get the first down with that penalty to continue their drive. And then the second group, Blaine Gabbert, he came in and played well, and he's done so through preseason as well. And they were productive at times, but once I got into that second offensive line, we did have the scare with Hainsey right before the touchdown drive they did get. But it turned out he seems to be okay, at least for now, and they didn't seem like it was going to be a big deal. So that's good. But a lot of tough decisions coming up this week.
Yeah, they'll cut down date Tuesday, the roster from 80 to 53, and then if your players you cut clear waivers, you can bring them back to your practice squad on Wednesday. So a big week for all those rookies, undrafted college free agents trying to make an NFL roster. We talked offense. Tom Brady, Blaine Gabbert led our only touchdown drive. A thing of beauty too. 82 yards, boom, 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 and he was hot, and just like Tom Brady. So I think 1 and 2 quarterbacks are solid. We don't have to worry about that. Brady and Gabbert. Now, defensively, good to see those. You know, it looked like that was a bunch of hungry football players that hadn't been fed in about 2 weeks, because the defense really came out there and dominated. Devontae David got a quarterback. Vita Vea, I thought, was a monster in the middle, and I can't wait to see that first-team defense play in the Dallas Cowboy opener.
Right, and we didn't see Tryon Shoyinka tonight, but we did see Anthony Nelson. We saw Shaq Barrett for the first time. We saw Hakeem Hicks for the first time, the new Chicago Bear that came in here, and they've been ranting about him in preseason. So it's exciting to see. We saw the battle. Jamel Dean made some plays on the outside. He's competing with Murphy Bunting for that starting corner position. But in nickel situation, they're all going to be there. They're all interchangeable. And we got a sack by Levante David on that first drive against the first offense of the Colts. So that was good to see. They got to do a couple drives, and then they were out and done. And now, again, with the backups for the defense, tough decisions, who contribute on special teams. Special teams was probably the weak area today, both on kickoff coverage and punt coverage. So that's an area where they're going to have anybody that's not starting on this team has got to be able to contribute on special teams to be productive. And they need some improvement.
The 3 quarterback sacks, so we continue to have quarterback sacks. One thing we did, we only converted 1 of 10 third downs. Third down defense was a little porous. And, field position, I talked about it on the broad. Probably fans listening on the radio said, what's he doing talking about field position? But the Indianapolis Colts, when the final stats come out, I'll bet you their average drive start was about their 40-yard line.
Right.
That means you only got to get a couple of first downs. You get a field goal easy. The defense has more pressure, and it's all part of the game of football. But field position was key for the Colts tonight. Without that, I think Bucs even Steve.
Right, I agree. And then when the field position was better, the time of possession was the same. But the field position, in special teams, there's those hidden yardage we always talk about. The hidden yards, if you get a big punt return or a big kickoff return, you give your offense 2 or 3 first downs before they even hit the field. And that's where, over the course of the game, you'll see 80, 70 hidden yards where you're losing your field position because the special teams aren't doing their part.
Well, that one scoring drive by Indianapolis, they got a 53-yard kickoff. You can't give up 53-yard kickoff returns and have a chance to win, particularly on the road. couple of good things that we talked about after the game, Dave, is one, we play in an indoor dome when we play the Dallas Cowboys. So tonight we play the first dome game and the only one of the preseason. So maybe that will help us a little bit. But boy, getting that first team back, I'm fired up about the defense, and I'm fired up every time Tom Brady lines up that offense.
Right.
I mean, I'm ready for some Buccaneer real football.